about while you're having a drink and eating? Can you go, someone read the first question?
How am I winning?
How am I winning? Why do we need to think about how am I winning points?
Because
For the last,
if you use it, then you can win even more points.
yeah, so we've got to see what am I doing well. Gee, my off forehand to their backhand is working great today. Or when I'm getting a short ball, I'm approaching and I'm finishing with a volley. Okay, so we've got to like look at how we're winning points. And how many games has it been since the last change of ends? Probably. How many games do we change ends usually?
Two.
Every two.
Except the first one.
So that I'm doing my routines, and with every single point, part of my routines is I'm reviewing, aren't I? So at the end of every point, I'm being aware, I'm paying attention to what's happening each point. Okay, and then I'm going to then look at the last two games. Do I see any patterns? Okay, how am I winning? Is there a certain way for those last two games I've won a few more points? Okay, what's the next question?
How am I losing?
Why did you do that?
Because I'm making this mistake.
Yeah.
It's like hitting missing on my backhand.
Missing on your backhand. Am I hitting my backhand like my coach tells me to? Okay, well what is the problem? So how am I losing points? Is there something I'm going to aim to do in the next two games? I'm going to hit higher at the net with more spin. I'm going to try and hit more inside the lines. Okay? Or we'll show you some other little tactics you can use when you're under pressure in the net. Okay? Next question. Some of these sound like they're the same.
How are they winning?
How are they winning? So, what's an example?
Because I'm losing. Because of you making mistakes or the other player hitting very well and having a very nice day.
So it could be something, I'll give you an example. They are winning a lot of points attacking my backhand, but they're able to do that because I'm putting the ball really short in the middle of the court. Okay, so I'm giving them easy forehands to smash on my backhand. Next two games, what am I going to do?
You block.
So they're attacking short balls to my backhand. I've noticed in the last two games they did that about 4 times.
So then you have to get ready for those balls.
Yeah, I have to be ready to cover my backhand because I know if they get a short forehand, definitely I'm going to be ready to run that side and cover it. Anything else?
Yeah, anything that you're making lots of mistakes, they're gonna find that out soon. So then you have to be ready to get any ball to react to your ball that you miss most.
Yeah, so I need to know how they're winning points so I can cover it. But is there something else I need to try also?
Yeah.
So
Go into the shot.
I've got a couple more options. I'm giving them a short ball to their forehand. So there's 2 things I could change. Short ball to the forehand, deep, I can go deeper, and I can try and hit more to
the backhand.
More to their backhand. So I have 2 possibilities.
And that's your backhand.
Or maybe I do both. Maybe I go deep to their backhand, stop them attacking me.
But the backhand might be good.
And then the last one. So I've looked at what I'm doing well.
They losing.
Yeah, and I've looked at what are they doing well and what I can do to make that harder for them.
So like you see where they're hitting it in the net or out, and then you hit more to that side.
So that's what we already talked about before. I might have noticed heavy spin, hard to their backhand. They're having a lot of trouble with that. Okay, so then I'm going to try and do more of those. So at the change of ends, you're having a banana, you drink and whatever, and you're just looking at those things. What's been happening the last 2 games? When I walk out and I start doing my routine, which part of my routine is getting ready, okay, and planning where I'm going to serve it, where I'm going to hit it. So based on what I have seen, if I've noticed any patterns the last 2 games, I'm going to go out and play the next 2 games smarter, okay? Or try to. At least if you have a plan, you have a chance. The next change of ends, you come back, you can review it. So I've tried that. How's that working? Okay. also in doubles, okay, I need to communicate with my partner, and we have two brains on the court working. I had two guys the other day, we played a school match, and they played one big tall guy and one little guy. And the little guy was heaps worse than the tall guy. You know who they hit every ball to?
The small guy. The big guy.
You know what the score was?
4-0, 4-0, 6-0, 6-0.
When in about 2 minutes, when I got to have a talk to them, because we're allowed to talk at the change events, it was 3-0 to the other guys, because they hit every ball to the good guy. and I said, which one of these guys is better, do you think? They went, little guy. I went, okay, who's missing the most shots? Oh, the little guy's missing more. Okay, so who are you going to try and hit to the next 2 games? No. Okay, we're going to try and hit the little guy. So they went out and they played 2 games, and they hit nearly every ball to the little guy. You know what the score was the next change? 3-2. Then the next time we changed the end score was?
4-3 to that.
4-3 our guys. So that's how quickly it changed. But they were going to lose. They were going to lose like 9-0, and they were going to play the whole match, not communicating, not even thinking about what they were doing. It was so easy. It was like really obvious how to beat them. For some players, it's not that simple. Like there might be 2, they look okay, and we've got to find a high backhand or whatever. Okay. So in doubles, your communication, and you have another part of your routine is you come together and you high five your partner every single point, even if you come together and you do this, not really talking about anything, just pretending we have a tactic. Okay. All right, cool. Let's go. Just make it even look like if everything's going good and you don't need to discuss anything. Okay, you just come and high five and go, oh yeah, we're killing these guys. What is that? Let's just keep picking on that player or serving to their backhand. So it doesn't even have to be a plan, but just that communication, or might be my partner's just made a mistake. Like, don't worry about it. Let's go next one. Okay, so that's a really important, an extra element in your doubles. Okay, you've got 2 brains are better than 1. Maybe you might notice a weakness in the other team. Your partner hasn't noticed. Okay, maybe your partner's getting a bit sad because she's not serving very good. Okay, and you've got to come and encourage her. Don't worry, you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to look at some tactics that you can use in your match. Just quickly, how do I go to the next to the pictures? Yeah.
Very disgusting.
Yeah, that was okay. So, what does that mean, guys?
It means when you hit down the line, the other person is going to hit cross court. Oh, no! It means that when you hit cross court, it takes longer because it's 82.5 feet long. And when you hit down the line, it's 78 feet long. So then, when you hit cross court, it'll take longer to go to the other side.
Okay, so which one of those can I hit harder without going out? Cross court. Which one is going to make the other person run more? Cross court. You have a look at this. I could even do an angle, and they could wind up out here. If I hit it that way. Anyone here hit an angle spin? Cross court? Yeah? What about if I go down the line, what's the furthest I can make them run?
The line.
The sideline, yeah. The most I can make them run is there. But this way, what's the furthest I can make them run that way?
The fence.
I can make them crash into the fence, yeah. I can hit like a clean window, they can't even get it.
The net.
What about the net? Is the net the same height all the way?
No, it is shorter. The middle is shorter. Oh no, it is. The middle is shorter. No, it's short because.
Who's good at maths? How many centimeters difference is that?
0.6.
6 centimeters?
Oh, that's me.
6 inches.
8 plus 8.
We can start again the math.
So it's getting pretty close close to 20 centimeters, isn't it?
18 centimeters.
So is that a pretty big difference?
Yeah.
Pretty big difference, isn't it? But when you look at the net, who thinks the net looks pretty straight?
It goes down. It goes like.
You can see it
it
say
goes
bit.
down a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it sags 20 centimeters, does it? It's quite a big difference. So if I'm in trouble and I'm struggling and the other person is putting me under pressure, one thing I can do if I'm having trouble is stick to what?
The crossboard.
Stick the crossboard. It's longer, again harder, and I can make less mistakes than the net because the net is lower. And I can make the other person run. Okay? Can we go just back to the down line also? Deadline? Yeah. So the other problem I have is if I'm standing here and I hit down the line to this guy or girl,
Yeah, hit crossboard.
yeah, then I'm here and I just gave them a chance to make me go out here as well. So does that mean I should never hit down the line?
No, when the person's open is like out of the court, then you can hit.
Yeah, it's okay. And you're going to give us an answer? Yeah, so first I get them out here, and then I've got a chance to go there. So if you're under pressure in a match, and you're making lots of mistakes,